So today I want to talk about a character I've always had a big fascination with, Ted. He's the sarcastic and lovable bus driver from the, let's just say, controversial zombies map, Transit from Black Ops 2, and dive into some of his lore and origins and remember why he made riding the bus so fun. Now I know the reason they had the bus gimmick in the first place was because of the technology limitations Black Ops 2 had. But me personally, I think it gave Transit about 50% of its charm, and that's mostly contributed by Ted. You have to remember at the time, we were coming off maps like Moon and Call of the Dead, where we knew additions like Ted were going to be a step up from the characters in Black Ops 1 in Black Ops 2. I'm also hoping to maybe make this into sort of a mini-series of characters that I personally find interesting from older games, like George Romero or the Warden from Mob of the Dead. So if you guys enjoy this one, please let me know in the comments down below so I know to make more. Now you'll first meet Ted on the bus when it arrives when you're in diner. When you first hop on board, he will say,
"Welcome aboard. Please secure all personal belongings and take your seat. Now departing for the HARP Research Station."
And then he goes on his route to the bus depot, the diner, farm, power station, and town. Now you can choose to stay on the bus through all of these locations, or you can choose to actually run it, which is stupid because you're attacked by these things. Now if you stay on the bus, you can actually choose to survive on it by rebuilding the barriers that are placed around the bus, and there's a nice weapon that's located on it, which if you pack a punch it, you can get the ammo for. That weapon is the B23R, or we call the bear. Now, I don't know if you remember, but on the bus, when you were playing a multiplayer as a kid, you would try and stay on the bus as long as possible and see how long you survive. Also, we'd fuck with Ted, which was the funniest part about it. And he'd say loads of funny stuff, which we will get to. If you didn't know, the voice actor's name was Nolan North, and he actually voiced Rick Toffin, which I found so funny when I found out. He also, ironically, voiced Brutus from Mob of the Dead, which I mentioned earlier at the start of the video. Now, what we would do to get these reactions out of him, you'd either knife him or shoot him, essentially just harassing him, and he will eventually open the doors and kick you out. And the whole gimmick of him is he starts off really nice, and the more you do this, the more you knife and shoot him, he gets more aggressive and sarcastic, eventually until you reach his limit and piss him off to maximum. Now jumping into some quick lore of Ted, he's actually the survivor of the bombs that were dropped on Earth from Moon from Black Ops 1. Now because he's technically a survivor of a nuke, he's all ragged and torn and his face is exposed, and he's in this endless torture of riding around over and over again with you knifing him in the face. Well, technically not the face, but you get what I mean. His arms hanging off and his other arm's completely gone, and the only thing he's actually still wearing is his conductor's hat. That guy's beat, and he doesn't need a bunch of people spawning in and knifing him. Now, if you knife him too much, his eyes will turn red and he'll go demon mode and he'll kick you out and he'll drive off and he won't come back. Or, even worse, he'll lock the doors and he won't let you back in. You can also disable him by using the EMP grenade, which was a motherfucker in grief mode.
This bus is out of order. A replacement driver has been notified and will be here in approximately 123 years. We're all fucked.
Now, when you hit him a certain time, his first warning will actually be,
"It is unsafe to distract the driver while the bus is operational."
he says a few more things until you push it further, and then he eventually says,
"Vandals will be ejected without a refund." Fuck you! Now I am not stopping. Fuck you! Get your ass off my bus!
and to finish the sequence of you pissing him off, he finally finishes with,
Your privileges have been fucking revoked.
Now, a couple of things I found really funny, just specifically and randomly. These are some of my favorites.
Holy crap, the bridge is going down! As we drive over this collapsing bridge, please remember there is no afterlife that your loved ones will be joining you in. We are all going to die! Goodbye, cruel world, goodbye! Peer out the windows in terror as we navigate the broken bridge. Attention passengers, next bus stop is the island of Hawaii. We're all going to drown. We're all fucked.
In my opinion, I don't think there will be a greater character than Ted. He is just so funny for how small of a role he plays. He has actually made me genuinely laugh, which is very rare for a video game character to do. Like, I don't find video game characters funny. Like, I never actually audibly laugh except from when he says stuff. I also find it funny that they added this character that you could just piss off so much and troll, and then he eventually just abandons you and makes your game so much more difficult. Like, you don't see things that creative anymore in these new Call of Duty games. You just don't. Now, Ted actually makes some appearances in some newer games. He's in Black Ops 4 in the map Alpha Omega. He can be found behind a window in the lounge area. However, he cannot be interacted with, which I think is a shame that they did it that way. They could have made something so cool out of that, and they ruined it. He appeared in Black Ops 7 as part of the Vault Edition bonus as an operator collection. Get away with that multiplayer stuff. I don't care. Don't butcher my boy Ted like that. Just Stop it with your microtransaction bullshit. Now, he also appears in Black Ops 7 in Ashes of the Damned. And as you know in my farm video, I'm not actually going to play Ashes of the Damned. Maybe I'll give it a try, but that's to a later video at a later date. In Ashes of the Damned, Ted's head appears as a crafting component for Old Tessie and is required to make it functional, as it can be found in the server room in the Janus Tower Plaza. Similar to his role in Transit, Ted makes various comments in the areas the player visits as well as their actions as the player drives Old Tessie. Now, by the sounds of it, I'm glad they added him as more of a function, more than just an Easter egg, because he deserves it. He was such a cool character, and as much as people don't want to admit it, Transit was overhated on. I'm actually an enjoyer of Transit. I've been waiting till the end of the video to spring that on you, but I enjoyed it. I really did. Especially when we get the pumped out slop that these developers are giving us nowadays. You have to admit, it was pretty fucking generation changing, and I know that's difficult for some people. They're having fits in their room right now, even thinking about it. Except from the lava, that can just suck my nuts. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that little look back on a character that, once again, I found really, really interesting. I just wanted to talk about for a little bit. Like I said, I want to do this with a bunch of other characters too. If you want to see that, please let me know in the comments down below. I've got some banging videos coming up in the pipeline, some really cool ideas. Again, please let me know anything you guys want to see. Hit the subscribe button, please press like. Peace.